Today on Suncoast View, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are tearing it up on the football field and teaming up with law enforcement to bring social change all up and down the Suncoast. We'll discuss.
Ghosts and goblins are already haunting Universal Studios' Halloween Horror Nights. We'll tell you what you need to know to have a fun Fright Night there.
Plus, you won't want to miss the act from A Circus with a Purpose, a combination of excitement and education. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Marcia Panucci, host of ABC7's Animal Outtakes.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Oh, it's great to be here.
I gotta
Friday.
I gotta say, you do bring a lot of chaos. Not you personally.
Oh, I would like to be part of that chaos.
So we are going to be talking about one of the great events here on the Suncoast every year, including this one, of course, Dante's Den's Top Dog.
Yes.
So as part of that, which by the way, that's coming up October 7th, Marcia brought a few friends so that we could get into the spirit of Top Dog. And right now they are hanging out in our Wow One Day Painting green room. And wow, are they hanging out and running up and down the hall.
They're happy to be in there, though. You can tell by the tail wag.
You know what? That little guy is happy to be sure, but that actually is not an accurate picture of the amount of chaos that's actually going on in the Wow One Day Painting green room, because there was about 4 other friends last I checked.
You're like Noah and the Ark, but it's Marcia and the dog.
Yes. They have a tendency to follow me.
Who let those dogs out? Marcia.
I said to Linda this morning, I said, you know, you really can't take yourself too seriously or get in a bad mood when you look and you have dogs in costumes sitting in your green room.
In tutus.
And they're all trying to kiss you.
And they're so
all trying
happy.
to wiggle. They're happy.
Oh, they're so happy. I think everyone should have an office animal
agree.
just to make everything a little bit better.
Absolutely.
So we've got a bunch of them for us today, and that's what we're looking forward to as we go throughout the show. We're always looking forward to checking into the kitchen. In our Rice's Appliance kitchen today, Paulette from Spice and Tea Exchange. Great to see you. What are we making?
We're going to do some game day favorites, some really tasty but healthy appetizers. We're going to do a Tuscan turkey meatballs and an unbaked potato dip. So it's like a loaded baked potato, but there's no potato.
I love the ideas of all of this. All right, see, Joey, it wasn't just me in football mood this morning.
I know. Listen, I can get into football mood with that food.
And if you have a potato without the potato, hey, think of the calories you save.
Yeah, because you know what? The toppings are the best part anyway. Like, I scrape it off just to get to the topping. You want the sour cream and the bacon.
I think we should be sampling right now.
Exactly. Well, we got something else to
sampling.
sample. Now, this I know will get Joey in the mood for
Listen,
football.
I love a good Bloody Mary.
So Paulette has made us Bloody Marys. Paulette, can you give us a quick idea about what makes these special?
Sure. Well, we used our Bloody Mary blends that we make in the store, and in that blend, we actually make the lime zest. So we purchase the limes, we peel them, we dehydrate it in the store, so it's super fresh, and then we also rimmed it with a white cypress sea salt.
Oh, fun. And super easy, because if I'm making these at home, your spice blend makes it so all I have to do is
And
add
we
the
have
rest.
some pre-packaged ideas too for Bloody Beers,
I
different
love
Bloody
it.
Marys.
Okay, I know it's too early to say this, but stocking stuffers, right?
yeah.
I mean, how fun would that be?
Absolutely. And garnish. I love a good
Now, I
Bloody
was
Mary
going to say,
garnish,
now you
too.
want to eat, and this, that's okay, I'll take over from here. Go
My
ahead.
family picks on me
eating the
sometimes
pepper?
because we'll get so much of the garnish on a Bloody Mary that my dad is like, so are you going to order breakfast or is it are you going to drink it out of your glass? But that's one of the best parts of a Bloody Mary.
We see the answer to that question right
Right
here.
now, yes, he's going to go ahead and eat off his glass. I should ask him a question to catch him, but I'll be nice and move on. All right, well, we are keeping with the football theme in our first hot topic. The Tampa Bay Bucks are off to a great 2-0 start on the field. Now they are working to have a great relationship with Tampa police. A dozen Bucks players are announcing a year-long player-led social justice program. The group wants to be a driving force for social equality. They started by spending a day understanding the job of the police. They participated in hands-on simulation drills and de-escalation techniques. And the players realize there are many similarities in the challenges in their jobs. Most importantly, the right decisions are not always made on the field or on the street. What do you think about this?
Oh, what a great idea. More than taking a knee, get out in the community. Really use the power that you've built up in your fame to help the community. I think that's a great idea.
Anything where you can put yourself in someone else's shoes, I think, is an amazing tool. And I wish that I wish this was adopted more. And even in our jobs, you know, if you could go through the training of another department and really understand what they go through, I think it could resolve a lot of conflict.
I heard a conversation on the radio this morning that I thought was just amazing about this, and they were talking about how, you know, they took the players out and, you know, did some traffic stops and mock traffic stops, and, you know, in the heat of the moment, you may not always make the best decision.
Yes,
and it's always easy to look back and say that 24 or 48 hours later when you look at the video. So then you go back to football lingo. It's called a Monday morning quarterback.
Right.
You may not have made the best pass. You might not have hit the right hole as the running back, but you did the best you could. You have to make snap decisions under pressure, very similar situations. And when you watch the film with your coach, you realize that maybe you could have done something differently. And I loved the analogy because obviously it's a huge issue in the league right now. People trying to understand other people. The way it's being expressed is not necessarily something everybody thinks should be happening the way it's being expressed with taking a knee. So I love the owners of the Bucks, the Glazer family, because they literally have put together some funding, put together the resources and said, let's try to understand each other a little better, and maybe this will spread.
So it's being paid for by someone privately to do it?
From what I understand, there's some private funding involved here. The Glazer Foundation has a lot to do with the Bucks.
Seems like it would be a great model to take
They're
bigger.
hoping the NFL's going to pick it up.
Well, you know, in the old days, when Mr. Art Rooney was with the Steelers, when he owned the Steelers, anybody in law enforcement in their uniform could get in free. And that's when
As a
you
thank
couldn't
you.
buy a ticket during the Super Bowl days, but anybody in law enforcement could walk in free with that uniform.
Love it. Well, it's a great start to just have a conversation about social justice and understand each other. And speaking of the Steelers, that's who the Bucks play on Monday Night Football. So I don't know which way you're going to root.
Oh, guess.
Exactly. He's not coaching there anymore, Linda.
No, but those are our friends.
It's all right. I
We
understand.
got married with the Steelers.
All
to
right.
each other.
Well, even if you're not a football fan, it's always a big deal when Monday Night Football comes to the Suncoast. It is a home Bucks game on Monday night. National stage. We like to put our best foot forward here on the Suncoast. And hey, the Bucks are 2-0. So sorry, Linda. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. And I'll be tired on Tuesday morning. All right, speaking of football, the season has just started, of course, but the Super Bowl halftime show is already taking shape. Maroon 5 with Adam Levine and company will headline the Super Bowl halftime show in Atlanta on February 3rd. The Super Bowl airs on CBS, which makes this a little interesting because Adam Levine is a mainstay on NBC's The Voice, and that is, of course, the rival network's highest rated show. Do we like the choice of Maroon 5? Do we know who Maroon 5 is? Be honest.
No.
Okay, that's okay. Do you know who Adam Levine is?
Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's
I didn't know
basically.
he also sang.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
no,
He's great. And you'll know a lot of his songs, like Payphone from several years ago. And I mean, I could go on. He's had tons of
I don't know if
songs.
Payphone is going to be widely.
Linda and I are looking at each other.
Yeah, that's what I said.
With glassy eyes.
I
What?
think it's a little bit of
You do.
young choice, but maybe I've realized that I'm not young enough anymore to
I
feel
think
that.
their pop music, though, has really gone mainstream enough that it could span generations. Even if you don't know them, I guarantee you would know some of their songs.
I'll recognize
and I
them.
guarantee Linda would recognize him from when he posed on the cover of, I think, Rolling Stone with just a something covering
Oh, that
something.
guy.
Yeah,
Do you have that one at home?
There you go.
Well,
I
Adam
love it.
Levine is a big name, and from what I was reading, he's also very well known for collaborations, so that he's probably going to invite other big artist names with him. He is not one of those people that's scared to share in the stage.
Yes.
He's got a big enough
No,
presence.
he's done
that-
stuff with Rihanna,
Yeah, Cardi B,
numerous people, yeah.
right. So they are expecting that he will then invite friends from various genres and age groups to kind of span the global a little
Moves
bit.
Like
shows are
Jagger.
so big.
You know
Okay.
that song Moves Like Jagger with Christina Aguilera? He did
Yes.
that one.
You'd recognize it. That one you'd recognize.
Well, the shows are so huge. It's not about one person or one group. I mean, they're explosives and all kind of things
They're
going
fun
on
to
at the
watch.
same
Yeah.
time.
I still
Yes.
remember the Burt Reynolds Cosmopolitan cover. So,
She's stuck
so
on
that
the-
should tell you where
She's
I'm coming
stuck
from.
on
You're stuck
magazine
on the
cover.
front.
It's all right. I know where we are today.
Sorry, I
I'm
derailed
trying to
it.
have a football day, but I'm doing this alone.
I
Help me
love
out.
this choice, though. I'll totally tune in. I think, and Adam Levine is fun, and he doesn't take himself too seriously. He's kind of got
Yep.
that Justin Timberlake vibe, where he's willing to. He's a great musician, but he's willing to kind of, make a goof of himself or do whatever for entertainment.
Exactly. All right. Well, as much as we may not like to admit it, sometimes we need some tech help from someone younger than us. What if you could hire that person on demand? So there's an app called Papa, and this is what it aims to do. I wouldn't have picked this as the name. Elderly users, or let's go with older users, can hire vetted college students to help them with whatever they need. Maybe it's grocery shopping, maybe it's learning Instagram. I need help with Snapchat this week. But most importantly, the app's creators want to just help curb a little loneliness. According to a study last year, more than 40% of older people regularly experience loneliness, which increases the risk of cognitive decline and other health issues. The app's creator experienced issues with traditional home care when his father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and that's how he formulated the idea for the app. You know, I like this on twofold. I mean, I think it's always important to, need someone to reach out to. I don't know if a college student on an app is where you're going to necessarily find your best friend, but to answer things like, I can't get my printer to talk to my router. Things like that. I don't necessarily want to call a $200 an hour IT guy.
I am not lonely, and I don't need you to buy my groceries, but I am so stuck on trying to get my pictures from my old computer to my new computer.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's why I love this, because I feel stupid that my printer won't talk to my router. I'm sure you're frustrated that you can't get your photos where you want them, and people know how to do this.
Oh, one click and they've got it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would love to have somebody I could call for technical issues.
That might be something we could do on a local level, because Joey, I know you need another job.
I actually used to do this before I came here to Suncoast View, and I used to go help people set up their computers, and it ended up being 25% getting the computer task done, and the other time really
You do meet a friend.
they would tell stories, and I would update them on things that were going on that were a little more current. They would tell me great stories about their history or things that they grew up with, and a friendship was formed. And I think much like what we started talking about with the Bucks and the police, it's a way to kind of build a bridge between generations. I love this.
Yeah, well, it would save me a lot of problems because right now my kids will do it. My daughter will come over and fix my computer. My son will fix it. But oh, the rolling of the eyes. So I would love not to have to ask them and see them say,
Marcia, I know you have a lot of connections, but would you use something like this for the tech help or the here and there?
I have a very young staff at Dante's.
See,
And when
you're
I
well
want
set up.
anything done, I just hand them the phone or tell them to do
Right.
something, and it's done. I think the underlying statement that I would want to make is I think that it's wonderful that people want to start giving back. Because as we move through life, we are takers. Very nice takers, but we are takers. You need to start giving back.
Right.
of course,
to
they don't
others.
get paid for giving back.
What?
That's okay.
You get paid for
Yeah.
giving back.
Well,
That is-
but that's okay.
That is okay.
That's okay.
No, I think so
Yeah.
too.
It
All
Get
right.
your
adds
heads
to
in
the
the right
joy.
place.
All right, young entrepreneurs who know tech, we need you. So, all right, well, we love our dogs and cats, but a new list is out with the most popular pets by state. They're a little bit more unusual. So the most popular after dogs and cats by state, in Florida, it's birds. In Georgia, it's hamsters.
Oh, I lived in Georgia and had a hamster.
Oh, I'll never have another one. In Illinois, it's snakes. And rabbits top the list in South Carolina. Ferrets and hedgehogs, often the most others mentioned. What's with the hedgehog? Marcia, explain
they're
why-
adorable.
Well, they are adorable, but what do
Yes.
you do with it?
You look at it as it's scurrying around your entire house and you hope to catch it. I personally would not have that type of animal because obviously I have many dogs in my house.
Who will chase the hedgehog.
And the hedgehog would be history,
Right.
okay? Because they would make that a target. But I know why we have birds, because we are in a tropical
Right.
weather climate. And of course, you're talking macaws, parrots.
And they could be
all this
outside
such-
a lot of the
They
year.
could be outside, yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand the parrots. Now, I'm from Chicago. That was my state. And snakes, really?
I know.
I never knew that. We have more snakes here.
I was told they didn't have snakes up north when I moved up north because the ground was too cold.
Well, these are pets, though,
Well,
remember.
then I saw one
Yeah.
go across my front yard, so
Oh,
it must have
there's
been a
snakes
pet.
everywhere.
So
But
you
we
had a
s-
pet, you just didn't know it.
But we see a lot of snake ownership here, and,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think that you have to do your research because when you tell me that little children should be playing with small snakes versus puppies, I have a problem.
Well, and we've worked with a lot of the reptile guys who say that people buy snakes small and underestimate that they become big.
Yes.
So,
Yes, they do.
All right, choose carefully. Well, we're going to check in with our mid-morning forecast, and when we come back, it's Financial Friday. We've got info on IRAs.
Showers over Gulf waters making an active morning on radar, but nothing over land for us quite yet. Later on, with a little daytime heating, and there'll be plenty of sunshine around as visible here on our satellite imagery, we will see our daytime highs climb to near 90. That will start our sea breeze circulation, and with a high pressure ridge parked to our north, we'll see an easterly wind flow across the state continue. So our west coast sea breeze slams up against this easterly wind flow, and that produces our line of showers and thunderstorms that'll gradually drift back toward the coastline. Also, we have a little upper level low around, so the combination of the west wind, the storms building inland that gradually drift to the coast, and that upper level low will give us that, I'd say, enhanced chance of some perhaps heavier rainfall. Better weekend rain chance, however. Today, though, the rain chance will hold at about 40%.
It is never too early or too late to save money for retirement, and individual retirement accounts, or IRAs, are a popular way to do it. In today's Financial Friday, financial advisor and planner Esther Halt from Star Financial Solutions is here to explain the difference between traditional and Roth IRAs. Great to see you, Esther.
Good to be here. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Boy, these are words we throw around all the time, and I think a lot of us don't completely understand what this means. So what is the main difference between Roth and traditional?
Well, first of all, this is for Pamela Perino, a viewer who emailed me a few weeks ago and wanted us to bring this topic up during the show.
I love that.
Basic differences between Roth and traditional. So they both grow tax deferred. But when you put money into a Roth, it is after tax dollars.
Okay, so after your paycheck comes home.
Right. When money you've already paid taxes on. When you put money into an IRA, it's pre-tax dollars.
The traditional.
Right, and the traditional IRA, and then you can take the deduction on your taxes.
Okay.
So it's pre-tax.
Okay, and I know figuring out that whole deduction thing requires probably you talking to your CPA.
Right.
We decided that we weren't going to get crazy in those numbers because it gets scary very quickly.
Correct.
But so, okay, I understand that the pre-tax and the after-tax, but how are they the same? Because don't they all provide some level of benefit for us?
Right, well, they as I said, they both grow tax deferred.
Okay.
And they're both for retirement. The other thing is, the beneficiaries of both have to take qualified minimum distributions.
Okay.
On a traditional IRA, it's taxable, except if you take QCDs like we discussed last time. And on a Roth, it's not taxable.
But they
for
also
the beneficiaries.
come with rules, right? Important rules, both of them, that we need to go over.
Correct. So the biggest rule is this money is, for contributing, you can, the limits are $5,500 a year, or if you're over age 50, you can do $6,500 because there's a $1,000 catch-up.
Catch up meaning you didn't put it enough in
Well,
before,
because-
so
I guess because we're old.
I think that's very funny.
So you can do an extra $1,000. But the biggest thing is that this money is for retirement, and I can't stress that enough. If you take the money out too soon, you will get penalized, you will pay taxes, it's ugly, don't do that. So if you take money out of a traditional IRA before you are age 70 and a half, you will pay full income tax on everything that comes out, plus 10% penalty to the government.
Wow.
On a Roth, from the moment you make your first contribution into a Roth, you have to have money in that Roth for 5 years. And you have to be 59 and a half.
So if you're starting late, you have to pay attention to that 5
till
years.
Right, you need to go 5 years and 59 and a half. On a Roth, if you take the money out before those are met, then you pay taxes on the gains, and there's a way they figure out what's gains and what's what you put in. Again, and plus 10% penalty on those gains.
So here's my question. We hear people say from time to time, maybe they've had a job loss or have just gotten into financial trouble or paying for college, I'm hearing. So I just borrowed against my 401k. Does that essentially mean they're breaking the rule and pulling this money out with penalty?
401k is different. That's a retirement plan.
Okay.
And sometimes you can make loans from a 401k, sometimes you can't. And it depends on the documentation that goes along
But
with
IRAs
it.
are set.
IRAs are different, and you cannot borrow from an IRA.
So after you retire or reach a certain age, can you take it all out without a penalty?
Without a penalty, but you will pay tax.
Yeah.
Unless
However-
you take
however-
a QCD.
I've learned that.
Well, except on
However,
a Roth.
Yes.
I have a lot of clients that are reaching that age now and are beginning to take their distributions. And thank you, clients, because they give us the distribution. And if you give it to a qualified 501c3, you will get no tax.
Yes, Marcia, we learned that with Esther just
Yes.
last
Good
visit.
to
We
repeat,
talked
though.
about
Yes.
that.
Yes,
yeah,
which is really important.
absolutely.
One last question about taking it, though, and I think Linda makes a good point. Is it better to take it all at once, or is it better to spread it out for the tax reason?
Well, understand that while the money is in there, it grows tax deferred.
Right.
And that's always a good thing. On a Roth, when it comes out, you don't pay tax on it. So if you have to take your required minimum distribution, take that. If you need more, then you might want to go to the Roth so that
Right.
you don't pay extra
But
tax.
if you don't need more, better to leave it in there and let it grow.
And as usual, talk to your tax consultant before doing any of this.
Yes, right. This one gets a lot of tax implications.
Yes.
So, all right, well, we appreciate
Absolutely.
Esther and all the heads up on how to best save for retirement. You can contact her and find more financial information at starfinancialsolutions.com. Coming up next, the Car Circus performs.
I'll be right back.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. There is no obligation and the book is free. Call or go online right now.
The Players Center presents the wild Broadway season opener, Annie, Get Your Gun. There's no business like show business. This slice of magical American musical theater will thrill you with the classic tunes of Irving Berlin. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. Annie, Get Your Gun, September 18th through October 7th. Let's go on with the show.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
There's nothing we love more than a circus here on the Suncoast, and we're thrilled that the Flying Car Circus is opening here this weekend with a show they called Myths and Legends. We welcome circus producer Krizia Carr. Krizia, we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you. It's so good to be here. Thank you.
You call this Circus with a Purpose. What does that mean?
Basically, it means that we work with charities. So we have a purpose. We're not just a show. And this year we're working with the Literacy Council of Sarasota. And so we're hoping to raise funds and raise awareness of the illiteracy that's going on here in Florida. Unfortunately, about 20% of all Floridians are illiterate, and so we're trying to really raise awareness, and hopefully people will use the resources that are available to learn to read. And we're focused on that with education. We're teaching children about myths and legends, and we're hoping that kids will pick up a book and their parents will be inspired to do the same. That's our hope.
Your show is called Myths and Legends.
Exactly, yes.
Why?
Myths and legends. Well, I've always loved myths and legends. I'm a big fan of like King Arthur and fairies and unicorns, and I've always loved all that stuff. And I also love, history, and I love that, we have Greek and Roman mythology and Norse mythology, and, this is what shaped our cultures, many cultures throughout the world. And I think it would be really nice to kind of show that through the art of circus.
And what are some of the acts that will be here?
We're going to have flying trapeze, high wire, clowns, horseback riding, which is amazing. Our ringmaster, Jonathan Lee Iverson, he's a Ringling Brothers great legend. He's a legend himself. And we have clowns, I think I said already, popcorn, cotton candy, the works. Oh. We've got all kinds of stuff, an illusionist.
And an illusionist.
Yep.
And you also have a very mysterious act. Set the act up that we're about to see.
So this is the Queen of Olympus. Her name is Hera. She's the wife of Zeus, and she's going to be performing the illusion, quick change, where she's changing into different outfits.
Ah, okay.
It's going to be really cool.
Take it away, Hera. See Elena and more at the Flying Car Circus at Roberts Arena, September 21st through the 23rd. For more information, go to flyingcarcircus.com. We'll be right back.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now.
Clogged pores are disgusting. Introducing Dermasuction, the easy way to suck that that yuck out of your pores. Dermasuction removes blackheads and dirt from your pores. Just look at everything it extracts. The secret's the gentle vacuum action. Watch as Dermasuction extracts so much yuck, leaving your skin feeling clean and youthful.
The gunk that had been pulled out, I was pretty horrified, but better in the Dermasuction than on my face.
It's almost addictive because you can see all this stuff coming out of your skin that you don't even really know is there.
Call now to order your Dermasuction for just $19.99. We'll also include our small and large body probes, the Sonic Microdermabrasion probe, and the handy travel case, all absolutely free. Order now and you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. You can get all this, but you have to order now.
Call 1-800-213-9301. That's 1-800-213-9301. Or visit dermasuction.com. So call 1-800-213-9301 now.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Welcome back. We are having a fun Fashion Friday, but this show is about to go to the dogs, and I mean quite literally. Our guest host and Animal Outtakes host, Marsha Panucci, is here to talk about this year's top dog fashion show that benefits Dante's Den. All right, so Marsha, we have the most well-behaved dog models standing by. But before we bring them out, let's talk a little bit for people that don't know about Dante's Den. Just explain what you do.
Dante's Den is a sanctuary, and it's a sanctuary in every sense of the word. So dogs can be up there for boarding for long periods of time, for short periods of time. We have a military program that now has been extended to the first responders. So they come up there and bring their dogs when they're on deployment and so on. And then, of course, we have what's called lifetime care.
Yeah, so this is you have a new service that is a part of lifetime care, and explain what it is. I think it's fabulous.
We're calling it active lifetime care, and this is where you do give us your dog, and we take care of the dog just like the regular lifetime care, but you have visitation rights, and you can come take your dog out to the beach, or you can take him to McDonald's. A lot of them go to McDonald's. Okay.
So this is perfect for someone who maybe cannot keep the responsibility, or maybe they move or something.
Or if I've had an injury.
Yes, but they don't want to say goodbye to their dog.
Absolutely. Or, you know, unfortunately, we have surgeries that don't go well. And you have a rehabilitation, and then you find out, gee, I can't bend like I used to. I can't do this for the dog. That's when we step in.
So you're going to love the dog like it's your own, but yet I can still be with the dog anytime I want. Oh, Marsha, that's beautiful.
I know, it gets you right in the
field.
Yeah,
that's really beautiful.
And yesterday we had a dog up there that is staying with us, and her mom came, and they had a picnic around the pool. And she went swimming for the first time. The dog. And her mother was in tears because she could never get her near water, and she could never have that, but we worked with her, and the dog just swam laps.
What a great new service, and it gives people peace of mind when they're going through something to know that the dog's being provided for and they can still see the dog.
Nothing worse than worrying about the future of your dog.
So one of the big things that helps you keep all these services at Dante's Den is your Top Dog event every year. It's one of my favorites, but this year you're changing things up a little bit. You have some improvements. Tell us about this year's event.
Well, yeah, we're quite excited. First of all, we're taking it to a daytime affair, so Steph, you can come and see it.
Steph doesn't stay up late.
And we're going to have brunch at the Van Wezel by the waterfront. Now, we're checking red tide almost every day, and we're not smelling it, so far so good. And we've also included, for the Top Dog competition, models and boutiques. And you're going to see the most gorgeous fashions that the Sarasota boutiques have to show you, but the models, dogs, are the ones that are being judged.
And of course, we're seeing images from previous years, and one of the things I love about this event is that it's people with their dogs. So you really get to all the people that you see out in the gala scene or in the social scene, you get to see them with their animals, and it's just a whole different ball game.
Yes. Right. And we have two general topics that people can join in. You can come in for your own best dress, and we will judge it. and best kisser. Linda has been the recipient of a lot of kisses.
I love this.
Dogs or people?
Well, we have some beautiful models waiting in the wings to come out. So you brought us a little sneak preview of what we could expect at Top Dog. So let's bring out our first fur fashion model.
Well, our first model is a Leaky Gable. She is the manager of Evelyn and Arthur, and she's wearing a black rayon top. And of course, look at those beautiful pants, and she is totally, totally matched all the way, right down to sweet little Annabelle, who is wearing her wicked sweet black and orange dress. And she has a joker necklace, and she's doing her tricks. This is going to be a top contender, guys. This one might be a little hard to beat.
She's adorable.
She loves to run evenings with her mommy and daddy, and she's an expert at burying her bones.
Thank you, Annabella.
Isn't she sweet?
Oh, yes. All right, our next model.
Now, our next model is Emma, and she's bringing in her 1-year-old English Bulldog. We don't see many of these, and Tuna, terrific. But the dress is from El Boutique. It's a printed maxi, and it's made from silk. It has a lot of crystal embellishments on it. But let's face it, Tuna is taking the center stage.
Oh my gosh.
Tuna has fallen in love with our stage, I think.
Yes,
she's
only
it.
half of her.
She's it. That's the way you do it.
Beautiful. I don't know if we'll get her off the stage at this point. She's taken to modeling, I think. All right, our next one.
The beautiful Wendy is wearing a magnificent gown from Panache.
Gorgeous.
This is a Frank Lyman original gown. It's black taffeta. It's high gathered in the waist. She has a silver necklace. But then there's Katie. And she's the spunky, joyful dog who bosses around her 2 sisters. And she loves to chase geckos. She gets them, and she sleeps with her mom underneath the blankets. I think that this is a gorgeous pair, isn't it?
Adorable. And I love
elegant.
the pearls. Yes.
Oh.
I love her. Fallen in
And
love.
look at that. Look at the
one
pose.
paw
Did
up.
you see the
She
pose?
knows how to pose.
Okay. They've been working on this for
look at
weeks.
this, yes.
For weeks. They're ready to go.
Adorable. I don't want to say goodbye to her, but thank you.
And a pearl leash. Yes.
All right, and here we go.
For the men, we have the very handsome Harold Freeman of Martin and Freeman. And he's wearing a double-breasted sports coat. Look at the gorgeous blue.
Nice.
Yes.
And
It's
of
a
course,
Joey
dress
jacket.
shirt. But jeans. He's wearing dress jeans.
Yes.
And you know, Joey, that's the way people are going now. And then we have Marley. And look at Marley's hat. Matches Harold's sports coat.
Of course it
And
does.
Marley is one of the most gorgeous daubes that I have seen in a long time. And you notice that there's no stage fright here.
No.
She's giving her good side pose. And
She's wagging that tail.
And she's going to take Harold for a walk.
She's got her hat. Thank you, Marley. Beautiful.
Take me for a ride.
Yeah, she did.
Everybody wants to stay
And I think
with
we
us.
have one more.
We do have one more, and it's from Lotus. And Lotus is showing us the casual way you take a sheepadoodle for a walk.
Whoa,
This is a
love
very
that
casual
hair.
look. And Goose is very, very casual with. She is full of love. And of course, Jackie is wearing a gorgeous navy top with the matching navy shoes, and Goose is trying to get on our table.
And this is all of the fun.
Goose
This
would be
is
a
so much
great
of the
co-host.
fun of
Absolutely.
Top Dog. So let's bring all of our models back up.
Oh, if you thought this was fun, you just
Here we
wait
go.
for Top Dog.
While the models come up, we want to remind you, you do not want to miss this year's Top Dog for fashion, fur, and fun. It is on October 7th at 11:30 a.m. at the Van Wezel. For tickets and information, go to dantesden.org. Coming up next, it's spooky season. It's coming up. We're going to tell you where you can go for a real scare.
The final 2018 Accord clearance is now during our model year-end clearance sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for new Accords. All on clearance this week at your local Honda dealer.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Ray Collins. Today at noon, Sarasota police are going to replace those surveillance cameras that were broken by those who didn't want them in Newtown. We'll have both sides of that debate. And police in New York arrested a suspect after a series of stabbings at an overnight daycare in Queens. Of the 5 stabbed, 3 were infants. And now for the Friday forecast, here's meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we'll have this continuous east wind again today, coming out of the northeast at about 10 knots. Then this evening and overnight, it'll turn back to the due east at 10. We'll have a localized sea breeze close to the coast, turning the winds briefly to the west for a period of time in the afternoon. 2-foot seas and a light chop. Water temperature now 86 degrees. So most of the morning is spent with rain-free skies and sunny conditions, boosting our temperatures up to a very warm low 90s. About a 40% chance of storm starts inland around 3 p.m. and then gradually drifts to the coast around sunset.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View, live at 9 on ABC 7.
I like watching Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific.
Join Stephanie Roberts, Linda Carson, and Joey Panic on Suncoast View for hot topics, everyday issues, celebrities, food, fashion, fitness, and everything in between. Nothing is off limits.
They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the morning, watch Suncoast View, live at 9. Weekdays on ABC 7. Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Welcome back. Well, just up the road in Orlando is one of the biggest Halloween events in the country, and it is not for the faint of heart. Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights is known to cause quite a scare, and I didn't want to go, but luckily our ABC7 digital producer, Chloe Conboy, took a road trip to check it out. And fortunately, you lived to tell about it.
Yes, I did. I mean, I was very scared the whole time. I kind of had to look down at all the haunted houses, but it was absolutely amazing. I mean, the decorations, the costume of the actors, the houses, the scare zones, I mean, everything. It was just so scary, and it was so much fun.
So it really is scary. Like, this is not something you should go to if you don't want to be frightened.
Yes, and I believe they have something on their website kind of warning children under the ages of 13 not to go to the event just because it is so scary, and the actors do get very close to you. So, I mean, it is pretty terrifying.
So we should mind those warnings if we're thinking about whether or not our family members or kids or adults are good for it.
Yes, yeah, definitely not little children, but definitely 13 and up.
I know a lot of people go, especially people here on the Suncoast, they'll take the trip every year because they change up the design and the scares. What is new this year?
So this year was probably my favorite. I love the Netflix show Stranger Things. So they had a whole haunted house dedicated to Stranger Things, which I loved, and just the details inside the house was amazing. I mean, I actually felt like I was walking through the show. You see Will Byers' mom trying to get her son that went missing inside of the wall. I mean, the lights and the actors, they looked so realistic to the people in the show. So it was just so cool being able to be really in the show with the characters. It was so real.
They do such a great job, I know, of adding in whatever is current on pop culture. So, Linda, you need to binge watch Stranger Things before you consider going.
I just heard that. I'm going over and watch Stranger Things.
Yes, it is kind of spooky and scary, exactly like Halloween Horror Nights. So I think they picked a great show to kind of feature the whole Halloween Horror Nights this year.
So you're walking through it from room to room. And
Yep.
things jump out?
Exactly, yeah, all the Demogorgons that are in the show, which is kind of the spooky creature from this alternate universe, comes through.
You look very happy.
I kind of had my hands over my face the whole time, and I went with my dad, so he was making fun of me, but I definitely looked down the whole time. I am not a fan of being scared or surprises, so.
So there's different houses, right? This was the one theme of Stranger things, and then there's other themes at other houses?
Yes, correct. So what they did is they based it off old horror movies, so like Halloween, Trick or Treat, Poltergeist, and they did a recent one, Happy Death Day. So they were really neat, based off all the movies.
So there's something for everyone, even if you haven't seen one in particular, you'll still be able to be scared and enjoy it.
Correct. Yep. They definitely have stuff for people of all ages.
If you're thinking about going, or if you're thinking about taking the family, what are some maybe tips before we go?
Number one is it was incredibly hot, especially in September. So definitely dress comfortable, stay hydrated, and wear comfortable shoes. Because I probably walked 6 or 7 miles that day, and I was just drenched because it was so hot. So
are the houses air conditioned?
Yes, and that's what my favorite thing is, because when you go into the haunted houses, you get this blast of cold air, and it almost makes it kind of scarier that you're kind of freezing cold during it. So
now, you took your dad?
Yes, I did.
Was he scared?
No, he kind of just made fun of me the whole time. So.
Are you waiting in a lot of lines? I mean, should you prep for that?
Yes, definitely pack a lot of patience. I mean, there are so many people, I think, from the Suncoast and all over Florida that come to Orlando for this specific event. I mean, people are absolutely obsessed with Halloween Horror Nights when you go there. I mean, they will wait in the 120-minute lines to go through the Stranger Things house. 95 minutes for some for the Halloween
so you just
house.
got to know going into it.
Yes.
Blocking off time, how much time should you expect? Is it a full night, a full day?
I mean, I arrived at 5:30 and I was able to kind of go in before the regular entrance, so I left the park at 1:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And I was able to do all 10 houses and all 5 scare zones, but I didn't even have time to do rides.
Okay, so it will be a good chunk
You
of
will
time
be jam-packed.
if you want to do everything. Well,
Right.
thank you. I'm glad you did it and I didn't have to go, 'cause I don't fare so well getting scared. All right, Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. It's already open for the season. It runs on select nights through November 3rd. For tickets and times, go to their website. It's orlando.halloweenhorrornights.com. Coming up next, Marsha's going to give us a little preview of what we can expect this weekend on Animal Outtakes.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. There is no obligation and the book is free. Call or go online right now.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veteran Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
Okay, we've certainly had our fun with Marcia and her dog friends. What kind of friends are you introducing us this week on Animal Outtakes?
Well, we're doing an encore presentation this Saturday with the Southeastern Guide Dogs. And of course, we all have our hearts with the Southeastern Guide Dogs. And we're showing you the puppies. And the most poignant part of it was when they put the glasses that blinded me temporarily and had me walk, and I had to trust the dog. That is an awesome, awesome experience.
Yes, it is.
And you just kind of have to relax and let the dog take care of you. And it's really something. It really gets into your heart. But it's a wonderful, wonderful show.
I want to raise another puppy.
I know. It makes me feel like we need to check in on Wrigley. I think we need a Wrigley update next week.
Maybe we'll have another one at the station next year. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, Marcia, remind us when we can see you.
At our new time now at 7:30 a.m. right here at Channel 7.
Okay, we will look for it. And now we're looking forward to heading to the kitchen with Spice and Tea Exchange.
Supan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app. This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Webb. Coming up today at noon, another no swim advisory on a Gulf Coast beach. We're going to tell you where high levels of bacteria have been found this time, and a suspect finally caught after a woman was killed while jogging in Washington, D.C. We'll have the latest. But right now, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
So if you look at the satellite imagery here, you can almost, I think you can actually, make out a kind of spin going on in this cloud pattern. And that spin is an upper level low. That upper level low is going to enhance our rainfall chances a little later on this afternoon. Combine that with daytime heating, combine that with an easterly wind and our local sea breeze, and you get these showers that build in inland areas later in the afternoon and drift back to the coastline. Our rain chance today comes in later in the afternoon at about 40%, lingers through the evening hours as the showers that build inland march closer to the coast into Gulf waters and then eventually just dissipate.
According to a new survey by U.S. News & World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
How do you open tough jar lids? Do you try this one? Or this one? Or how about this one?
Honey?
This is the future. Shouldn't there be a robot for this by now? There is. Introducing RoboTwist, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids. Just set it down, press the button, and watch it work. First, the RoboStrong vise locks down tight. Then the powerful twisting action unscrews the lid. RoboTwist is yours for the special introductory price of just $19.99. That's right, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids, all for just $19.99. Whether the jar is big or small, RoboTwist can open them all. Supplies are limited, so don't delay. Here's how to get yours today.
Call 1-800-347-1073. That's 1-800-347-1073. Or order online at buyrobotwist.com.
Welcome back. We're in the Rice's Appliance Kitchen with Paulette from the Spice and Tea Exchange. What are we making here, Paulette?
Well, we're going to do some different fun football game day appetizers. Of course, it doesn't have to just be for football. So we're going to start over here. This is our loaded potato dip.
Oh, bring it on.
But there's no potatoes, so that's kind of the fun thing.
Figure out how you do this.
Yes.
I'm excited.
So we're going to use a package of low-fat cream cheese.
Okay.
We're going to add that, and then we're also going to add some light sour cream. You could use Greek yogurt if you wanted.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That would be a good idea.
In place of the sour cream.
In place of the sour cream.
You would still need the cream cheese.
Yeah, and you could actually switch the amounts around as well. If you wanted to do a little bit more, yes.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so nice and creamy.
Nice and creamy.
But the good stuff's in the spices, and we know that.
Yeah, and it's all going to absorb. As you add it, and the longer it sits, it's going to absorb those flavors. So let's start with
make
your
it the night
left.
before.
Yes.
Okay, chives?
Chives.
All of it?
Yep.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of chives. This is our signature blend, all of it. These are 1 tablespoon. That has red bell, green bell, peppers in it. So some really nice flavors. And then this is our bacon salt.
You must smell.
Without the bacon. So you're getting that bacon flavor without actually eating bacon.
Would it be weird to just eat that by itself?
It would.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, you could. You could. That's our cheddar cheese powder.
Love that. That's what I'd eat.
And then our Romano powder.
Oh, fun. So 2 types of cheese.
Yeah, we carry different types of powdered cheese that are the real product. There are no artificial flavors, additives, and then you're just going to mix all of that together.
Okay.
Okay, and it's going to taste like the top of a loaded baked potato.
Yum. All right, I'll work on stirring this. Why don't you put the other ladies to work, and then we'll do some dipping.
So now we're going to do, these are our Tuscan turkey meatballs.
Oh,
okay. These are fun. So the new thing or the most recent craze are these zoodles, zucchini noodles. So you want to get a clean towel, okay, and we're going to put some of the zucchini noodles in them. We'll just put about half. Now they also have spiral machines where you can make these yourself instead of actually purchasing them. I have one at home, and you could do all different things.
I like buying them pre-made.
Me too.
Yeah. So you just want to kind of give these a ring. Yeah.
Like I'm wringing out?
Yeah, just to pull the moisture out because it does contain a lot of moisture.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
Because they get mushy.
Squishing.
Yeah. All right, so then
Okay,
you'll put
then
that with the carrots, and we're going to just give those a chop. So this is part of our filling for the turkey meatballs. So instead of breadcrumbs, we're going to use some vegetables.
So what do I do now?
Just give these all a good chop, your garlic, your zucchini, and your carrots. Okay, and while you do that, I'm going to add, this is our Tuscany spice. This is one of our most popular blends. It's great with even just olive oil, pasta.
Okay.
Yeah, all different types of things. Turmeric. Okay, so we're getting
good for you, I know
turmeric's good for you. A little bit of basil. And then we're also going to add a little bit of Himalayan sea salt.
Chop.
Yes.
I'm going to start crying here. Okay, I'm chopping.
All right.
Okay.
So that's good. So I'm just going to give it one more quick little chop through.
She didn't like my chopping technique.
Oh, I love your chopping technique. I just like to chop. It's kind of like a meditative.
This is what she does for fun.
Right. Okay. So it is what I do for fun.
We don't want Marcia to feel bad.
Yeah. All right. So there we are. And then if you want to give that a good stir and mix everything up, we're going to make that into little meatballs. And you can even use your hands, Linda, too, since you have gloves on. It's a little bit easier.
Oh, this is fun. It's all squishy. Getting all those spices in there.
So the Tuscany is going to give a really good flavor along with the turmeric and the vegetables. And sometimes just the turkey can get really dry and kind of boring.
Right.
So this is going to add a lot.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's adding a lot.
Now it looks really good. If you
Can I
needed
make
to
meatballs?
add something, yes, you can start making it into meatballs.
You guys just keep working on there. Joey and I are having different chips.
You're eating the ones that are done. Yours are really little meatballs.
Just roll them into meatballs, and we're going to bake them for about 20-25 minutes, depending on how big they are.
I think I like football now. I think I'm
Yes,
enjoying
you.
it. Or at least the food.
What a great tailgating party this
We
would
are
be.
having a great tailgate. I love the fact that if you go to Spice and Tea Exchange, she's got these in ready-to-go packets so that I don't have to mix all 5 of those things. I can literally dump and go into my base ingredient. So some great ideas for Bloody Mary mix, great ideas for the loaded potato dip, and then of course the recipe for the healthy meatballs.
Yeah.
See, ladies, I told you we'd have fun at our football party.
You can have them as little appetizers like that. You could put them on sliders. And you could use different sauces as well.
Great ideas. Marsha, great to see you. And we are great to celebrate a Suncoast weekend. Enjoy the Suncoast view. We'll see you Monday.